Hello, welcome to SquishiVision. My teeth hurt. Well, I'm gonna give my thoughts on Asylum, the fifth episode of Moon Knight. Here's my immediate reaction. I'm not out of time to really consider a doubtful episode, but as I keep mentioning, this is my first kind of exposure to the Moon Knight mythos, so not really much to kind of dig in. But Jesus, wow, God, this episode was like intense. Okay, I'm starting to feel a bit queasy and weird, and I think it's because there's exhaustion with the station handling, which was on Monday catching up with me, and I kind of need to lie down for a eat. So I'm gonna best case make like a quick 5 minute reaction. But yeah, I mean let's go through the things that stuck out at me in no particular order. The hippo of Towet was like I don't know if it was perspective, if it was like animatronic or CGI. It's probably CGI, but like there was some CGI implementation on it. But God was like really like great. That was like such a good implementation of visual effects. Like I couldn't like I need to watch the hippo scenes again and be like, this is like really good. Oh. Um yeah, my body kinda achy. Uh um but yeah, so now I understand the relationship between Mark and Stephen. Maybe it helps that there's a bit of reading on this dissociation identity disorder, this dissociative identity disorder, maybe something like that. A couple of days ago. So Stephen is Mark's um coping mechanism to help him deal with the trauma that he experienced through. So he went caving with his brother, and his brother died, and his mum blames him, and that's considerably just like a lot of trauma. So like yeah, that's no shoot, that's something that very yeah will naturally happen. Um and like it was very powerfully delivered, and we see like Stephen like a little bit more about what Mark's about. We see the moment Mark gets turned into Moon Knight, and then obviously revelation that Stephen is the made up identity, Mark's the original one, and then kind of everything that's happened for makes sense. Like so Mark was like in control of Stephen for the most part. He only occasionally became Stephen, which is why he got discharged, but not enough. But then his mum died, and he kind of became a bit more. He used Stephen as a more of a coping mechanism to deal with that trauma. So he kind of flip flopped a bit more than he did before, and that was I think after, presumably after he met Layla. Why Layla didn't know about it. Um, so sorry, I'm sick, not being very well, but yeah, that was really powerful. And then like all the scenes with him and Harrow were like really well acted. Like Ethan Hawke did a great job. I mean, also Isaac did a great job. Yes, he been in an episode acting against himself and really just himself, and he does a really good job. That's not an easy thing to do, but he creates two distinct identities, and I mean that's acting for you. But like he does a really good job with that. So gotta like yeah, shout out on that kind of scene. Why is this disconnected? My internet died. Oh, sorry, it's okay, that's just me. Um. So yeah, and then just like seeing all these like flash through the doors, seeing all the flashbacks. Those were like really like clever like things. And then as we end the episode, Steven's been like killed off, and honestly, it'd be really interesting to do if they do actually bring Steven back, at least not for like showing not for a while. It's just Mark, and it's kind of like, well, we built all this time, and just as we reach a kind of catharsis and a synthesis, two identities, we lose like half the identities or a third, depending on if like where everything's still happening and happening with Jake. Um, I mean, a little bit left, so I think if it works, it's focusing on Mark. I think that would be like the best thing to do going forward. But it just happens, like, they've both kind of moved on, they're both dead, so I guess maybe we'll get an episode. I mean, it's one episode left. If it was me, I'd have like 2 episodes left from one episode, like Layla getting back conscious and resurrect Mark, but we don't have that, so we gotta kind of see what happens in the real life. Maybe he'll just find a way to come back and then we do back with reaction. I feel like this should have been a penultimate episode rather than a penultimate episode. So I do worry that maybe it's gonna have the same issue that all the previous a lot of previous Marvel shows have had, maybe except Loki, but all the previous Marvel shows have had, where they've had too much build up, too much kind of establishment in like the penultimate episodes, so not even tough build up. Anyway, my tummy is being very annoyed at me, so apologies, but I'll keep this brief. I need to go lie down and rest. So thanks for watching this reaction. I'll see you well, at this point tomorrow, Friday, for the card review. Legislation does help me more content. I've been gaming, so check it out. Thanks for watching. Brief kind of reaction. But yeah, God, that episode looked really, really dark, and it wasn't what I was expecting it to go. Because I obviously not familiar with like Moon Knight, but I think it's, from what I've read, it's fairly accurate to the themes of the comics, if not kind of the actual details of the comics. But I think it did a really good job of kind of like showcasing what happens with mental health when when like things like this happen. Does it very respectfully as well, which is surprising for mental health thing. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'm gonna lie down. Hopefully I get better soon. Hope I can rest, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.